TJ Maxx. How are
I'm
you?
good. Welcome to the show, Samantha. It's an honor to have you here. Actress, host, journalist, lifestyle expert, genie. We can get into it all here. 90 Days to Husband, number two. That's the book that you have right there. She's even got the hard copy paperback for all the old heads out there that actually still read hardcovers and paperbacks. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Great.
How's everything going?
It's great. It's so nice to meet you. I mean, you were so I watched your interview with my dear friend Kevin Scott Allen.
Yeah,
Amazing. That was a great interview.
thank
And
you.
I'm just so honored to be on your program. Thank you for having
Oh,
me.
of course. And thank you to Yvonne for helping us get connected. And just, I learned a lot about your journey reading into the biographies and all that and things that you have on the way as far as wanting to win an Oscar. Why don't we get into the early journey of you growing up? You're from Boston originally. I related to your journey of being in high school and not fitting in because I was in that same predicament. A lot of preppy kids who I don't like and still don't like, but you were able to find yourself later on in life, especially in college and NYU.
NYU for me was a great experience. Um, I wish I'd had the coaches though that I have now um, to to really guide me. But I started out in life as a ballroom and Latin dancer.
Hmm.
Um, I was captain of NYU's ballroom dance team and president of the club, and then I opened up a dance studio. And I studied educational theater. That was my major, with a minor in speech communications and public relations. But what I really wanted to do, and yes, I've done professional theater, uh, but it was always my dream to do film and television.
Hmm.
And I have done both. And I've done a lot of television, but as myself, as the lifestyle genie that I am, I'm pretty good at giving advice and solving problems, and I have a wide skill set. And now I'm adding, I don't like to say segue because I like to do both, but in a nutshell, I like to share myself and my expertise and my talents with a wide audience through the help of a lens.
Hmm. No, and that's something that you've been able to do, especially with your book. And we're going to get into the book and just you being at NYU. So what was, because it was really with you and your cousins when you were younger, directing and wanting to really put on shows when you were younger. Is there like a certain performance from an actress or actor back in the day that inspired you, or a movie that really stuck with you that made you wanted to get into the whole drama space and follow the path of film and TV?
So my mother is a movie fanatic.
Hmm.
She's a movie buff. And so I remember on the weekends, she would take me to the Orson Welles Cinema, and this is in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It's not there anymore. But we went to the Orson Welles Cinema, which was like the art house cinema, and she would just take me to see everything. And I just loved this other alternate universe of cinema that was able to transport people into other places, other times, other situations, other people. And I just fell in love with the screen. And at home, as a small kid, I had, two alpha type A parents who were both professionals. So I was home alone a lot
Hmm.
in my early formative years. So I watched a lot of television. And I I remember, I mean, back in my day, I used to watch, the after school specials, the whatever. And I remember this one movie that was from the late 20s before the censors got involved in the
Hmm.
Hollywood system. And I think it was in black and white, actually. I watched it in black and white, and it was about this woman. It was a romantic comedy where this
Okay.
woman ended up with two husbands. I swear to God, in the 20s. It was like so bold and so different. And I was like, that's a choice?
Yeah.
That's a real, like, that's a possibility. That's a choice. It was a great, it was a great movie. And then, the censors were like, no, no, you can't. I can't watch that. So, and then of course, character actresses, the best of the best, like Meryl Streep. I will
Hmm.
watch her in anything just to watch her transform in
Hmm. Yeah.
everything that she does. So, yeah, those were my early it's where my early fascination with film and television started. And of course, my very first play in the first grade, where I was typecast even back then. Bad Fairy number 4.
Oh.
And that's when I got the bug. I came out there and I am fairy number 4, 7 years old, cute, singing, dancing, whatever. And I felt all these grown-ups with me, like laughing with me. I could feel them, that I had them in the palm of my hand, that feeling of magic and power.
Hmm.
And and for once feeling like I was doing a good job, because I spent my whole life being told that I was never enough. So I became a little extra.
So now your main goal is to win an Oscar. You're big on manifestation, writing things down, especially that was how it led to your book and then finding your life partner. So what's this role that you foresee that you win an Oscar in? What's that role?
Well, I think I'm still typecast correctly. I
Okay.
like to play the boss ladies, the funny boss ladies, the badass funny boss ladies, the other woman, the woman that, could kill you with her champagne glass, like tough women who are like glamorous on the outside, but not the girl next door. Like I get that. And I'm okay with that because there's plenty of those. Those women exist in abundance. And I know that I'm a little extra and it's okay. I own it.
Mm. And that's and I'm glad that you do and that you know what you want and you're clear on the path that you want to take. So what would you say that the reinvention of yourself really occurred? Because I remember early on, because I related to this as well, not being comfortable within your own skin. So when were you able to flip that narrative and really be comfortable with who you were and this reinvention stage of your life?
Hmm. I love that question. When did I become comfortable in my own skin and my reinvention? So I think that I started to feel comfortable in my own skin once I left home and moved to New York City.
Hmm.
New York City was the first place I started to feel like I could fit in. And yeah, that was truly the first step to being comfortable in my skin, was getting away from home and moving to New York City. I felt like in Manhattan I could breathe and be myself. And that led to a lot of artistic exploration. And I opened up a dance studio to support my acting career. And then injuries happened, and I could
Mm.
no longer pay my rent with my dancing. So the injuries needed, time. So to answer your question about reinvention has been a continuous process in my life. Like it's
Hmm.
been, I would say, reinvention chapters. Like I started out as a actress, dancer, singer, and then I segued to wardrobe stylist, makeup artist. Then I became a lot of fun to get into the minds of men. And then after after the crash, after my divorce from husband number one, um, that's when I said to myself, well, the economy's changed, the way people spend discretionary income has changed, luxury expert services and experiential luxury services are, out of fashion. Um, so I need to reinvent myself again.
Hmm.
But I started continuing my path as a journalist, continuing to write, continuing to do a lot of television as an image consultant, an etiquette expert, I've done, a lot of reality work as a host and
Hmm.
appeared on
GMA. Yeah, I was reading all about the shows you've been on.
I'm really good at giving advice. Like
Yeah.
other people's problems I can solve.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of problems out here, especially within the dating world. I think we need some more advice from you and to really, because we see what's really kind of happening right now. Do you think a lot of it is too is kind of a misconception of what we're reading on social media with the relationships? Like it's more bad than what we think, or is it really as bad as what we see and hear?
Both?
Hmm.
I think it's both. I think it's tough out there. I think that most people don't know how to date effectively. I think that most people don't know what they want or how to get it. I think most people are not honest with themselves. Most people are not willing to do the work that is required to manifest as something as big and as important as a life partner.
Hmm.
Like, that's not something you can just go to the drive-through and ask for at the window. Like, this takes some effort, and you have to be clear about what you want, because that's step number one, know what you want. And two, to know what you want for your own life and what you want in a partner, and then to take a real look at yourself and say, okay, what am I bringing to the table? And I mean that, like, what makes you so special? I mean that both ways. Like, what makes you so special, so you know what you're bringing to the table, and
Hmm.
what makes you so special. Like, maybe you need to look at yourself, because after I've, heard, I don't know how many guys tell me they want Barbie with a PhD, and what they really want is, somebody who will stay at home and be the mother of their children and be nice to them. Right? So, just as an example, um, people say that, oh, I want tall and dark and handsome and rich and famous, but I'm like, well, are you bringing that to the table? Because if you want to attract that, you need to become that kind of, if you want to attract a diamond, you must become a diamond.
Mm, I
And
like that.
and I'm sorry, unapologetically sorry, but not sorry to say that a lot of people think they're just terrific just the way they are. And maybe it's because I was always told that I wasn't enough. But
Mm,
I do feel like we need to bring our A game into every single day. And BTY, better than yesterday, is the best we can do. So it's interesting that you asked me about the journey of the transformation, because there were chapters in my life where I said, okay, I've done this. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to build on top of this thing and now do this other thing. Like deciding in the pandemic that I was going to go back to acting, and I was going to go back to school nights and weekends, and take classes and work with coaches. Um, to go back into acting for film and television, which is very different than hosting on television. It's totally different technique. I'm sure you feel that. And and I've been very lucky. I discovered a great program called HWC,
hmm.
which was like going back to school. I'm still in school right now, 3 days, 3 nights a week plus weekends. And that led me to become friends with Kevin Scott Allen, who is an extraordinary actor.
Hmm.
What a megastar. And I feel so privileged to teach with him, to be coached by him. And he's become a great friend and mentor. And so I've just surrounded myself with amazing people like Yvonne at La Bella Diva PR, and Delina Dixon over at Diva Gals Daily. So the short of it is that life is a journey,
Hmm.
and we got to be a little bit better today than we were yesterday. And we can't stay stagnant, because the only constant in this life is
It kind of froze up after at
Oh,
stagnant. The stream froze up for some reason. So I lost you at stagnant.
oh, okay. So, we can't stay stagnant. The only the only constant in this world is change.
Hmm.
So we cannot stay complacent or stagnant. We need to change and evolve, and
Hmm.
we need to be every day better than we were yesterday. And we need to evolve as humans and evolve as the person we want to be. And that includes who we are physically, professionally, aesthetically, inside out, professionally, all of those things.
It's true. Everything has to be balanced in order for you to really thrive and succeed and evolve, as you said, in order to move forward. That's so important.
Yeah, we don't stay 20 forever.
Hmm.
I wish we could, but um that's why we have to keep evolving so that we blossom. And that's like really a joy because I am sure that you are not the same person that you were 20 years ago.
No.
All right?
Yeah, I was 20 years ago, so
See what I'm saying?
yeah,
And in 20 years from now, you're going to be a totally different man.
yeah.
You'll be like at another level. You'll be you know, 20 years older,
Yeah.
and
I- it-
you'll be a full-blown man then.
yeah. uh Hopefully things will be better in the whole social media space. I think the biggest issue now is, especially with the whole dating game, it's the loyalty aspect that no one's loyal to each other anymore. It's a lot of options and sneakiness, and I know people a lot of use the Tinder app and all this OnlyFans and all this craziness that's going on that no one, it's
Yeah.
just I don't get it.
Social media and everyone's using these filters, and I go on Instagram and like I see all these women with their cleavage out and the
The
makeup
Bible quotes
out
everywhere.
here with the I feel blessed. And I mean that's lovely, honey, but what are you selling? Because what you're selling and what you're saying and what you look like, there's a disconnect there. And I'm not saying that you can't be hot and love Jesus. Of course you can. You do all of that. You do everything at once. You're all multitasking women, as we all are, but what is the message that you're sending? And are you real? Like
Hmm.
I am the person that you're talking to right now, the woman who you see right now on your screen is the person you get when I'm right in front of you.
Hmm.
You get my frankness, you get my honesty, you get my sense of humor. This is my face.
Yeah.
I'm honest. And I think you got to have a sense of humor about dating. Um, Speaking about a sense of humor, I just did a comedy set at Rodney's.
I saw that. Congratulations. I did see that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My first ever comedy set, I believe it or not. And it took a while,
Hmm.
yes, all the jokes are, mine. And yes, I had some help putting it together and I had some really great input along the way. Um, it was a smash hit, I have to say, and it went even better than I'd hoped. It went fantastic. Like it was a magical, phenomenal night. When the stars align and everything's just like fireworks, it was like that. And there was a lot of love in the room, and I'm very grateful. And it took me like 2 days to come down from the energy of that performance. It was really a lot of fun. And my stand-up comedy set is based on my book,
Hmm.
all dating jokes, really, and dating in the city and dating at all ages, really. And had I not covered a dating app as a journalist and did a 90-day series of articles undercover in the trenches, then this book would not have been possible. And without this book, the comedy set wouldn't have been possible.
Mm.
It would have been possible, but it would have been different material. So we build, we grow, we evolve, you know?
Hmm. So what were, because we're gonna get into the book now. This was something that there was, these were notes that you were taking on your own, descriptions that you wrote down, what you wanted in a partner, and this took place really during the pandemic. You put the book together, especially when we were all quarantined up at that time. So what one was it that some of the things that you realized that this was the one for you? Because I think a lot of times we're not really sure on what we want, but it's going to be different for everyone. But how did you know? What was the feeling and the signs that you knew that this was the one?
So you froze. And so I am not sure whether you are referring to this was the one. You mean this was the project or the
This was
man in
the
terms of
man. Hmm.
husband number two?
Yeah.
So um the I wrote the articles years before the
Hmm.
book. And it was during the articles undercover, like reviewing this dating app, 90 days. I wrote 3 months of articles called 90 Days to Husband Number Two. And it was in the trenches. And just when, you know, how sometimes just when you're about to give up, that's when the magic happens. So I was like, oh, I can't take it anymore. No more bad dates. I'm tired of all of these like monsters trying to like waste my time. I'm like, no. So I was like, you know what? I can't take it anymore. And I was like so close to throwing my journalistic integrity out the window. And I was like, no, Sam, you told all of your readers that you must have a sense of humor. Gosh darn it. So I was like, oh, I have to take my own pill now and have a sense of humor. So I was like, okay, one last swipe, you know? And I did one last swipe and I was like, oh my, that's a grown up. I swear. So I did the thing I'd never done in my entire life. I hit the like button. I've never made the first move. I hit the like button and here we are. I have been married now for 7 years.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we've been together for 9. It's
Wow.
time flies. But yes, in the pandemic, I was like, okay, now I have the time required to write this book. And then I rewrote it because after the pandemic, I really felt that I had to rewrite it. It was a matter of integrity. And I am a woman of my word. I believe in integrity. And I felt that post pandemic, I really needed to write a much bigger chapter on online dating.
Mm.
So that's what I did. So I rewrote it again, and it will be coming out in Spanish very soon, and hopefully, well, not hopefully, and then French next year.
Mm. Yeah, I did read about that, that you were going to have this translated in Spanish.
Yes, it's happening as we speak.
Oh, yeah. See, this is going to be, it's really going to go up now. It's really going to be out there for people to really read, especially across all different walks of life.
And I'm going to do the Audible version hopefully soon as well, so that people who are sight impaired can listen to the book. Or, you know, just people like to listen to books now. Nobody has time to read, or, you know, it's all about the multitask. So you can, you know, listen to a book while you, I don't know, making eggs, doing laundry, cleaning the house, shining your shoes, whatever.
Yeah, too many distractions now. I think we need to get back to reading. I think it's important, and it takes dedication. I know it's you got to have the strong will to do it now because everyone they don't like to read anymore. I don't know why, but no one likes to read.
Everything worthwhile in life requires effort,
Hmm.
whether it is six pack abs, or finding a mate, or writing a book, or becoming, you know, the host of a hot podcast,
It's true.
right? So you just didn't roll out of bed and have this hit show that I have the pleasure to be on right now. Like this was a work, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, dedication.
That's right. And it's satisfying, right?
Yeah.
Like I love the sign behind you that says hustle.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. That's how you got to be, whatever you do.
Yes. It's also one of my favorite dances. I love to hustle. Yes, I love to hustle and I've always got my hustle on because you have
You
to.
have to, especially in New York City. They say if you make it there, you can make it anywhere.
I think that's true
Hmm.
because New Yorkers, we're living at an existence that goes at the speed of light and we don't have time. But I feel like as a culture, and I mean like this globally, really, as humans, we need to get back to having conversations.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the whole social media thing. That's why it's even trouble for a lot of people to find their partner because it's all through social media. Then you don't know you can't tell what the communication is really. You're misreading. I'm old school. I'm very old school. I don't like the whole through the computer screens and the catfishing and
Oh,
yeah, I don't
yeah.
like any of that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. I like to well, now I'm an old married lady. But before, yes, I like to date in the wild. I think that hunting in the wild still has value. And I also believe in the old-fashioned way of asking your friends and family, asking your entire circle of influence if they know someone for you, because they know you better than anyone else does. They know you,
Hmm.
and you never know who has a friend, a yoga instructor, a niece, a granddaughter, a neighbor's daughter, somebody for you out there. So we should ask everybody.
We
In
should.
fact, we should make another date and I will interview you and we'll put it out there.
Yeah.
I'll interview you for divagalsdaily.com.
Oh, I'd be I'm all in for it. Yeah.
Do that. Let's do that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to do that. We'll talk about dating from a man's perspective and we'll put it out there what you are looking for in a partner. I would love to know that.
Yeah. I don't know. Right now it's sketchy. I'm on the bench
Excuse
right now. I'm on the bench. I'm good with
about
being on the
knowing what
bench.
you want, you mean? Or
I feel as though I know what I want. I'm just not seeing and getting what I want. That's the whole issue. That's the there's it's too much of, and I'm gonna tell it how like it is. It's too much body count culture, and the fact that I'm the one that's in the entertainment industry, and the women that I've been interested in are the ones that are racking up the body counts, and I'm around all these models and actresses. It's concerning. It's like, why are you the one that's the player, and I'm the one in the industry? It's concerning, but that's how a lot of people are now. Like a lot of friends that who I know who broke it up with their girlfriends were cheating on them with Tinder and this whole body count that it's sickening. But it goes both ways. It's not even just the women, it's the men because they're the ones doing it too.
yeah, right. So how can anyone have a real relationship if no one is committed to trying to have a real
Hmm.
relationship? And
Yeah.
and I feel like real human connection, and I mean that in a mental and emotional way as well as the physical, that real deep connection, like that is the stuff of life and it can't be replaced. You cannot replace that with Tinder and AI and playing the field and like real human connection. It is irreplaceable.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's not the best time, right? That's why I said I'm fine with being on the bench. I wish I could take a time machine back to the 90s if that was possible for a lot of reasons.
Well, let's flip it, right? Let's flip it. Like, yes, in the 90s we were, hunting in the wild, so to speak. But here's what I do like about internet dating. Let's flip it to the positive.
Hmm.
Is that in your profile, not only do you have control of the photo that you put on your profile, but you also have the ability to state very clearly what you want and whom you seek. And that I love, because that's like putting it out into the universe. It's like exactly, it's like this is who I am, this is what I want for myself, this is what I want in a partner. This is the job description, right? And if you are something else, if you're this, that, or the other, please do not apply.
It's like job applications.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like when you in my personal experiences and people that I know, it's like we're auditioning for a part. It's ridiculous,
But
from the
that's what
woman's.
it is.
It's crazy. It's
Well,
crazy.
you have to picture yourself as the bachelor,
Mm,
and they are contestants that must prove that they are worthy of you,
mm,
or your warm vibe, your loveliness, you're a great conversationalist, and you do your research, and you're a smart guy, and you're a positive guy, and you're building something fantastic. And I think you're a total catch.
oh,
I think
thank you.
it's true. I think a lot of women would find you, especially in your age bracket, will find you super appealing. You're a good-looking guy, you're a nice guy, you're friendly, you're fun. I mean, what's not to love? So I think that the positive of these apps, you have to choose the right app for you.
Yeah.
That's, that's one thing. But two, how do you maneuver that app? How do you utilize that app as a tool? And
Hmm.
I also suggest being on multiple apps. Um, I don't love social media. For me, it's like math homework, but I know
I
that it's
agree. It's
necessary.
gotten like that for me. Yeah.
Math homework, but I know it's really necessary. So, okay, we do it. But on dating apps, we do have the ability to state exactly what we're looking for, and
Mhm.
to describe who we are and what we want. And I think that's the plus.
Yeah.
And that you can peruse a lot of people. You can go through a lot of profiles at once. And old-fashioned matchmakers, they're like, they're not computerized in that way. They're not digital, but they used to have, like, a stack of headshots and photos that came with bios and a recommendation from someone's mother or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Their
Yeah.
priest, their rabbi, their whatever, like the person came vetted, right? And here are the selections, and the person had, like, the matchmaker would have like a stack of candidates. So you got to treat it the same way.
You gotta. No,
A
I
stack of
agree. I
candidates.
agree with that. With your point, I do. The only thing that, and then I hate to go back to, it's not really a negative, but it's like what we said earlier with it's the hypocrisy where you're saying one thing but showing me another. That's a big red flag to me. Where you're stating something, but what you're showing me is not what you're saying.
Oh, red flags. If red flags burned calories, I would be in Olympic condition right now.
Yeah.
Totally. I get it. I get it. I get it. But we have to put ourselves out there, and you got to know what you want, and you have to be open. You have to, like, want love.
Hmm.
Because if not, you can have a totally satisfying life all by yourself, which is great. You can do what you want when you want. You're a free man. Like, that can be delicious too. So, you just gotta decide what you want, whom you seek, and I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna
Oh.
help you out. We're gonna talk later, and I'm gonna help you out.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I have hope, but
I have a
hey,
lot of hope. I
yeah,
have so much going for you. Oh my
yeah.
God. You're an
Oh,
empty cell. We just got to put you in the window.
yeah. I know I have a lot going for myself. I just don't know why the women around me don't. I think they see it, but yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I really can't get inside what they're thinking. And maybe it's best that I don't. If this is what they're doing on social media, maybe it's.
They're not the right woman for you.
Yeah,
So it's good that they're off doing crazy, ridiculous things with other people, because they are not for you.
it's
But the
true.
person that is for you is going to be like, wow, DJ Mad Max, I think you are the bomb. I
Yeah.
think you are cool. I think you're hot. I think like you're a nice guy. I think you're smart. You got to be smart to put this whole thing together. So I think that the right woman who really sees you will make it known that she sees you.
Mm,
And the ones who are ignoring you because they're off doing like some other BS with other people, they're not for you to begin with.
yeah, the other scrubs, the other scrubs.
Yeah, the other stuff, right? The right girl's gonna see you and be like, wow, he's got it going on.
Yeah.
I promise you.
No, I know. It's just I don't know. We're living in the upside down at times. The times are different. This was the 90s. I think it would be better, like I said earlier, but today it's the upside down. I'm not gonna get into who was named the sexiest man of the year recently, but I don't know if I agree with that candidate. You've probably seen it, right? I don't know. I feel like I'm throwing too much negative shots. Benny Blanco, really? You know, I mean, I don't mean to throw shots, but that's the I don't know.
Well, it's not my brand to talk trash about anyone.
Yeah.
But
I'm not putting you in that position. That's just me. When I trash talk some people, some because I just keep it real. I'm not gonna hate on someone just for no reason. But when I see that, I'm like, I think we could have picked better. You know.
but seriously, you've got everything on your side. Truly. You are young and hot and smart and hip, and you got it going on. You got your hustle going on. You got your business going on. You got your podcast going on. And, you know, I think what you got going on is groovy. And I
Hmm.
think that the right girl will will get it. She'll
Hmm.
see it. And the one that sees you, that's the girl for you. And you know, it's not rocket science, really. The alcoholics at the bar and all the, you know, health nuts. You can always take a ballroom and Latin dance class. There's always like one guy for 10 women at every every class
Yeah.
and every social. Yes, you will have your work cut out for you and you'll get plenty of exercise, but you will get to hold close to you in your frame another woman every 5 minutes. So without the awkwardness of speed dating, it's one of my best tips. You can take that one to the bank. Take a class in something that interests you.
Hmm.
Learn a new language, learn to paint, learn to draw, learn to do your taxes, learn to do whatever. Learn to do something that interests you.
Mm.
And you will meet other people that are interested in the same things that you are interested in. And not to confuse compatibility with chemistry, they are different, but that's a step in the right direction. Or,
Hmm.
you know, volunteer, animal shelter, or something like that. The do gooders are all volunteering.
Yeah. Hey, time will tell. Time will tell. But this is your show. I don't want to. My please. This is your show, so I want to get more into this book. So, have you thought about documenting this into a mini doc? Because even learning about your story was really touching. I heard about the heart attack. That was really touching and emotional listening to this and reading about it. So, have you thought about putting some kind of mini documentary together about your life story so far and the reinvention in the book that you have released?
So the heart attack was stress from divorce
Hmm.
and everything happening at once, the crash, the superstorm Sandy, everything happened at once. My separation, my divorce, like I lost my husband, my home, my business all within like 3 months. Just like boom. And and then I had a heart attack. And it was all, you know, like sort of heart related. Um it's all stress. So don't stress out. It's not worth it. Not worth it. And I was like always in shape, you know, having been a dancer. I used to run 5K every morning just to wake up. True.
Mm.
And now I still work out almost every morning because now after like 9.5 years of different injuries, finally I'm at a stage where nothing is broken. And so now I am rebuilding again, rebuilding into this, new current version of the me that I want to be. And that, one of my top tips is eat your vegetables,
Hmm.
work out as much as you can, especially while you're younger. Because once things get broken and dinged and years go by, it becomes harder. It's not an excuse. I'm just saying it gets harder.
Hmm.
And you've got to work harder. Just try to take care of yourself the best you can. So my heart attack, what did that do for me? It actually gave me inspiration.
Mm.
I wake up every morning and I'm like, wow, I'm still here. Okay, this is awesome. How are we going to kill it today? You know? And I just want to juice the life out of every single day. And so people, a lot of people my age are like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to retire soon and whatever." And I'm like, "Oh my God, what are you going to do with yourself?" I shoot myself in the head. Like,
Oh.
I don't know how to stop doing things. I need to work and create and share, make my art, share my skills and knowledge and talents with people. And the
Hmm.
best way to do that, is to do it through a lens so you can share with a lot of people at the same time. Um, and so everything is an evolution. So the heart attack made me become a spokesperson for the American Heart Association at one point, and I started running again, and that was great. And that led me to be a spokesperson for a lot of different, few different heart health organizations. And that has been very rewarding. That's sort of like where I give back. And because heart health is so important and no one really needs to die of a heart attack anymore. It's not necessary.
Hmm.
So I want people to take care of themselves, take care of your heart, and have a big heart. Go through life with a big heart. Say yes to life. Even when you don't know which way things are going to go, say yes and then figure it out.
Hmm. That's important. I think it's important to say yes to a lot,
Things
even
that I had no
opportunities.
idea how to do. Yeah. And I've always said yes and then hung up the phone and been like, oh my gosh, okay, how am I going to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's important to say yes. I'm not gonna front. It definitely it was a lot of no's that added my fuel to my hustle for me to keep going.
Uh-huh.
It drove me more. No's drove me more. The yeses solidified where I knew I would be, but the no's fueled me. Like I'm gonna show you, kind of.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Get it. The no's make you tough. The no's, if it doesn't make you give up, it makes you stronger.
Hmm.
I was told my whole life that I wasn't enough, wasn't tall enough, thin enough, smart enough, good enough. I don't know. Everything never enough, too dyslexic, too
Oh.
short, too whatever. I was always told I'm not blonde enough. Okay, that I can't help. I can't change my ethnic mix, but I I was told my whole life that I wasn't enough, no matter what it was, and that just made me want to become more than enough. So now I'm like a little extra, but it's okay. I'm okay with it.
And that's important. You're comfortable within your own skin, and this is your journey.
Yeah, and I haven't wasted my life. Some
Hmm.
people, they stay in the same job till the day they die, and they're complacent, comfortable, but complacent. And to me, that feels like a slow death.
Hmm.
I want to be the master of my own destiny as much as possible. I don't wait around for parts to be given to me. I self-submit. I write books. I
Hmm.
create my own comedy sets. I am developing projects right now. I have a renovation show in development, and 90 Days is in development as an entire franchise right now,
Ooh.
as a reality show, as a romantic comedy, as a novella. Like there, there's a whole franchise in development out of 90 Days. And my renovation project is called Love and Design Project, and it's about urban living,
Hmm.
about apartment renovation. Because living in cities is tough. And most of us that live in cities live in apartments. It's not a
Hmm.
house. You can't build up. You can't build out. You can't put a she shed in the alley
It's
next
true.
door, right? Like you got to work inside the box. And
You do.
therein lies the puzzle. Like you got to think vertically, you got to think convertibly, you got to think multifaceted, you got to think in a modular way. Um, and that I love that. Like that
Hmm.
excites me. I love puzzles. And so for me it's like a three-dimensional puzzle. So I have now this renovation show with my architect husband. And yeah, I don't wait around for projects to come to me. I create my own destiny and I do the things that I am passionate about, even if it doesn't make sense, even if people say to me, why are you going to do that? How's that going to make money? How are you going to, where does the capital come from? How are you going to do that? How's that work? How's that going to be profitable? It's never what I listen to. I do what I believe in my heart can work, what I know in my heart can work, and what excites me. And that's what I do. And I just know in my heart that the money will follow.
Hmm.
Follow your passion, the money will come.
I
Feel
agree.
the fear and do it anyway.
I agree. A lot of people, they sell out for the money. I know a lot of people, friends in college that I know who wanted to pursue careers in the entertainment industry. They're like, I got to get this long-term desk job. I got to get this long-term job. I'm like, you're sacrificing your dream for the money. Where I think you could get more money by doing what you love.
Of
Later,
course.
it might take more time, but the reward it will pay off in the end.
And you know what? People think that their desk job is going to be some sort of safety.
Hmm.
That's ridiculous. That's a
Yeah.
fantasy. First of all, companies go out of business. Second of all, tomorrow is promised to no one.
Hmm.
None of us know our expiration date. So, do you like where is the passion? Where does the passion come from? You got to find your passion somewhere.
Hmm.
I hope, because the people without passion, those people make me sad. It
Hmm.
makes me sad. A
Yeah.
world about passion. I want a world filled with passion. I want a world filled where everyone is trying to be their A game, trying to become their A game, be the best version of themselves as a human as they possibly can. And
Hmm.
that is in every aspect of their life, the way you keep your home, what you put into your body, how you treat your friends, how you interact with the world around you, how you move through this world, and your passion. So pursuing their dreams, trying to become their A game, being their A game, people who are not afraid to feel the fear and pursue their crazy dream project anyway. I want the world filled with those people because I,
Hmm.
I think if we were all allowed to at least try to fulfill our dream, we would have a much happier planet.
I agree. Yeah, it's too many people that aren't following in their true purpose and have settled into positions, just, like you said, safety nets.
Yeah. And, I got to a point in my life where I was like, F it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do me. I'm gonna be this thing that I want to be, and I'm gonna become that thing. And I am gonna go back to school and renovate myself again.
There you go. And not everyone does that. That's dedication. I applaud you for that. A lot of people don't take that risk. They stay in the job and until they they die, as you said earlier. And
Yeah, no,
you got to take risks.
and you could have a heart attack, God forbid, next week. And then what? What did
Yeah.
you leave behind in this earth? And did you take the gift of life that you were given and do something with it? We have our whole, once we're dead, I mean, okay, maybe we reincarnate, but we don't really know.
Hmm.
So if afterwards, if let's take the thought that afterwards there's nothingness, then we have only this moment today.
True.
And that's why I wake up every morning like, okay, I got stuff to do.
Exactly. That's how you have to attack the day as soon as you wake up.
Yes, attack it.
Yeah.
Attack it. Work out first, get it out of the way, drink some water, make some green juice, and then attack. Make phone calls, send emails, just attack. And every day do something towards your goal because you'll feel better, even if you're not there yet, even if it feels like this gargantuan mountain to climb. Like I never in a million years would have imagined that I would have done a stand-up comedy set at Rodney's Comedy Club in New York City.
Hmm.
Never entered my mind. I love watching stand-ups work. I think they're amazing. I love to watch stand-up comedy. I never dreamed of doing it. Hey, nunca sabes. You never know in life what you're going to end up doing and what road, where things are going to lead.
Hmm. Yeah, you never know.
And and so the comedy set at Rodney's is actually was preparation for a much larger show that I am doing this fall. So you'll have to stay tuned and circle back to me to find
Yeah.
what and when. But it's a much bigger show that will be broadcast. And so I just wanted to go. Rodney's is down the street from me, up the street from me. And I just wanted to like go in and just work out the material.
Hmm.
But because I'm a little extra, I was like, no, I don't want to do all this work and like three people in the audience on a Tuesday night. Media, I did invitations, I invited, a whole bunch of friends. So I had an audience of like 16 very supportive, very loving friends. Um, and my husband as well. So I had my own audience, and
Hmm.
it made the evening magical because there was more love in the room and more energy and bigger stakes, right?
Hmm.
Because now it wasn't just me incognito at, a little comedy club on a Tuesday night that no one was going to recognize or see or care about or whatever. And yes, on the one hand, that would have been the easy way to do it. Just go in, go incognito, just work out the set to a half empty room and go home. But I just can't roll that way. So I'm like, no, if I'm going to do all this work, I'm going to go all out and it's going to be a show. And it's exactly what it was. And I am very pleased with the results, and I am really looking forward to how it is going to be developed for this much larger show in the fall. So, and I probably have enough material now for my own
Hmm.
Netflix special series.
Ooh. See, you got a lot on the
Oh,
way here that you're working towards.
just speaking it out there.
Yeah. That's what you have to do. And you also have your own media company too, is that right?
I do, Drucker
Mhm.
Media.
Yeah.
Drucker Media is what has been developing this and
Uh-huh.
developing everything in relationship to this and the developing the renovation show. And it has also allowed me to help other people with other media projects develop their media projects. And so that is very exciting to me. That's very exciting to me because you just you got to do you got to do you. You got to create. You cannot wait for people to say, "Oh yeah, I like what you're doing." Like you just get no's. People say, "Oh, I don't get it. I don't see it. Too expensive, too complicated." Whatever it is, you got to do you
You
and
do.
make your own opportunities and produce your own projects. And
Mhm.
I really do believe that producing your own projects these days is how things move forward.
I agree. Yeah, because it's your own ideas, it's your own vision.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that I'm not thrilled to pieces when I get cast in other
Yeah,
projects, right?
of course.
Yippee! Let's break out the champagne. But but I'm not waiting around, I'm not the wallflower type.
No, you can't be. I did want to get into upcoming I saw a couple listed on IMDb. Can you speak about any of these? What can you speak on that you have on the way?
So can you ask me more specifically?
I'll start at Dante.
Oh, Dante's Log.
Yeah, Dante's Log.
So that project belongs to a friend of mine. I did not produce Dante's Log, but I did have a starring role in it, where I play like a really sexy vampire badass who's like the go-between the humans and the vampires and the good vampires and the evil vampires. And so that project was very exciting to be a part of. But I don't have a producing role in
Okay.
Dante's Log. um, but I do have a producing role in some other projects
Okay.
that I can't talk about at this moment, but I can talk about my projects. Love and
Hmm.
Design Project is in development. Season 3 is in development, and season 2, because I've been sitting on season two's footage for a long time
Hmm.
and waiting for the right moment to develop the show. So first I did season 1, just by myself. Took some editing classes, edited it. It's all on YouTube. You can see it there. It was just to get a feel for it and for proof of concept. And then went a little bigger and hired a crew and produced season 2. And the footage is amazing. And the reveal is going to knock your socks off. And and now we're in development with Bonita Films out of Barcelona, Spain, and season 3 is going to be great. And I'm really looking forward to the things that come next because I have also outlined franchise style different development projects for Love and Design Project and a full a full spectrum of franchise projects for 90 Days to set, which includes a novella, which includes a reality show, which includes a romantic comedy, um, and then I have another romantic comedy film that I wrote years ago that
Hmm.
I've circled back to, and uh, when I have a minute, we'll go there. But I want to like finish what's on my plate and then, move to that. But I gotta like finish the things that I start. I'm very compulsive that way. I gotta like finish what I start and juice it till there's nothing left to do with it, and then I move on.
Hmm. Is this the one that just circling back to? Is this the film about Hannah, the Hannah film that you did?
No, that was
No,
a project of a girlfriend of mine. And that short won an award at
I
Cannes.
saw that.
And my girlfriend, Sonia Baram, shout out to her. She is as brilliant and as talented as she is beautiful, inside and outside. She's an extraordinary woman, and I'm proud to call her my friend. And I was very proud to help her a little bit, to be in that project, to be involved in that project with her. That was a lot of fun. It was a wonderful shoot day in Central Park. And but I'm looking forward to my own projects, just seeing having these projects and getting them to see the light of day is the most satisfying thing. Like when my book finally went to print, I cried.
It's a major accomplishment.
I
Yeah.
literally cried. Um, so yeah, no, I'm really excited about the show in the fall.
Mhm.
That is based on my book, that is based on my comedy, that is based on my ability to help people find their mates. And it's like everything coming together. So I'm really excited, and it's fun and it's funny, and it'll be live, and there'll be Q&A, and people will be able to ask me their dating quandaries and I will answer them. So it's going to be a really fun-filled event. And I have been like up to my chest in construction dust for a while, truth be known. I don't always look like this. Sometimes I've got a screwdriver in my hand too, like power tools. And I like my pink construction hat. That was a a great gift I received from Kevin, actually. Um, so yeah, I really like is not the right word. I'm really loving and enjoying developing these projects out into different kinds of media projects and have them morph from one medium to the next,
Hmm.
from a podcast to a stand-up to a book, to a series of articles, not in that order, but you know what I'm saying, and then developing them into television shows. It's really exciting. I'm an impatient person, though. I'll admit it. I am impatient.
It happens. It gets like that sometimes. You got to get Mr. Shapiro back up on for an interview because you interviewed him years ago. Tell him what
It,
he thinks about this dating culture.
I mean, basically, this whole journey started because I went undercover on his app
Hmm.
to write about his new app. And I did try, and I actually circled back and I invited him to my wedding.
Oh.
But I think he had changed his contact info, and I don't know whether he's still in LA or
Hmm.
whether he moved back to Israel. I don't know where he is at the moment, but it was once in a lifetime kind of interview, and that interview changed my future
Hmm.
because I found husband number two just by I was willing to live into two futures at the same time. On the one hand, I was packing up my stuff, selling the rest of it off, giving it away, closing up shop, everything. I was divorced. Oh, it's hot in here. Leaving the country, and I was just going to go, and that was it. I'm going to start a new life, new business somewhere else. And I was going to open up an organic beauty bar in Cartagena, Colombia, and just disappear into the
Yeah.
sun. That was the plan, just disappear and have a new life. And and so I thought, okay, I'm going to leave the country. I'm going to leave New York in 90 days. So I really have nothing to lose. So I was like, look, instead to write a blurb that no one will read or care about, really, let's have some fun.
Mhm.
Let's put your chutzpah where your app is. And I passed him my phone. I'm like, okay, hook me up. I am going to give you 90 days worth of coverage and I'm going to call it 90 days to husband number two. And he was like, oh my God, Motek. Okay, here. Yeah, sure. Let me hook you up. And and that was it.
That was it.
And that was it. And so I ended up still moving to Colombia. I
Mm.
left. Um, I met my second husband. We had 6 dates and I left. And then he sent me a ticket back for the holidays, and the holidays became a couple of months. And I was like, look, you're gonna have to I have to go back home now. And he's like, no, I want to build a life with you. I was like, okay, well, then you have to come back to Colombia, meet the rest of my family, and help me bring my stuff back. And then he's like, I want to build a life with you. And while we're at it, can we start by letting me build you a kitchen? I should preface my husband's an architect. And I was like, what? A kitchen? Don't get it twisted. I was like, I know you like my cooking, but relájate tú. Kitchen is not my dream. Might be yours, but it's not mine. I was like, okay, walk with me. Can we take out this wall? Can we take out that wall? He's like, "You can do whatever you want." I'm like, really? Like, what's the budget? He's like, do whatever you want. We'll do whatever you want as long as it's like, reasonable. Just consider this like this starter kit, the practice session. I was like, okay, all right. So that's how it all started. So yes, I had 6 dates. I left the country. You never know. You
Never
just
know.
have to say yes to life.
You do. You
Ad
do.
placement is everything. You didn't know, like, as a woman, I didn't know that I needed those cute shoes that I saw on the window at Bloomingdale's until I saw them. Before
Yeah.
I saw them, I did not know that I needed them. The same is true of these life moments that lead us to other things or to other people, and we find these other people because we said yes, and then that leads us to another adventure, another project, another friendship, another husband, wife, whatever. You never know. Say yes, feel the fear, and do it anyway.
hmm I agree. You gotta take risks. That's the main thing.
Gotta take risks. You have to. Life is too short not to take risks.
It is. And especially nowadays, you're seeing a lot of celebrities just go left and right. Like the past 2 weeks, it's been all these icons. Just it's unbelievable.
Yes, and we've lost some greats recently.
hmm
We lost Cleo Lane, and oh my God, so
So many people. It definitely is
really short.
crazy.
And the older you get, you kind of feel time speed up. I
hmm
I don't know if you've experienced
Oh, now
that.
that I'm 25, oh yeah, I'm feeling it. Yeah,
I love that you're 25. I love that for you.
yeah,
I really do. Oh my God, don't waste a minute of it.
yeah,
Juice it. Juice it with all of your vivaciousness.
yeah.
Totally.
Samantha, it's been a pleasure here having you on the show. Is there anything else you want to let everyone know about that we didn't discuss and cover?
So, my website is samanthapesudodrucker.com.
hmm
And that is where you can shop my store, buy my book, find out all about me, look at all of my projects, and you can pick up my book from my website, or you can go directly to Amazon and find it there. And it's available in hardcover and in paperback and in digital. And if you want my private coaching, just go to my website. And if you want to email me, I'm Samantha at socialimage.net.
There you go. Make sure you stay connected with her, get in touch, follow the journey, support the book and the reality show, everything that you have on the way. Make sure I want everyone to go out there and support Samantha, please.
Definitely, as soon as I have a date for this larger show that's happening in the fall, I'm definitely circling back to you.
Oh, thanks, Samantha. I appreciate that. Thank you for everything. Thank you to Yvonne too, again, for setting this up.
Oh, she is a doll. I love her
Yeah, she
dearly.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have been such a pleasure to
Oh,
chat
thank you.
with. Thank you so much for this interview. This has been wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
I know that your name is DJ Mad Max, but you're like the sweetest. There's nothing bad about you. You're the sweetest interviewer, like just everything lovely about you. I don't know what young woman out there wouldn't want to have a conversation with you. I think your whole package, and if the girls don't see it, I I promise you, if they don't see you, they are not the ones for you.
Yeah.
Right, girl.
I agree. Sound off the air horns.
Absolutely. If I was 25, I'd be like, hi.
Yeah.
The right woman is out there for you, I promise. And maybe
Yeah.
meet her in a, in a media format,
Hmm.
either at a media event, somebody who is interested in things that interest you.
Hmm.
But
True.
then again, opposites do attract, and compatibility and chemistry are two different things, not to be confused.
Yeah.
But having said that, I'm wishing you a beautiful rest of your day.
You too, Samantha. Thank you so much. And I look forward to having you on the show again. And especially with this comedy show, I look forward, especially the Netflix update too. I look forward to hearing about this. Hopefully, this Netflix special really comes about for you. I'm looking forward to everything you have on the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DJ Mad Max. You're the bestest.
Thanks, Samantha. I appreciate it. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you too.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.